It is March Madness. Welcome back to Hot Tub Talks. I'm your host, Chip.
And I'm Wade.
Hey, I'm Garrett.
Welcome back to Hot Tub Talks.
March Madness is in full swing.
First, though, I have a story. So I was pretty late today, and that's because I had an idea in my head. A few weeks ago, we talked about a drink, and I watched a video, and I was like, all right, we should taste test it, right? So I go to Walmart, totally out. I'm like, darn. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going up to Salt Lake tomorrow. I'm going to the gas station. Go to the gas station, nothing. So I go to the other Walmart on the way because I was like, come on, okay, that one's much bigger. I've got time. Garrett's going to be late.
That's true.
It's fine. I got time. I walk in, and all they had was Prime Energy, which I can't have because it's an energy drink.
Oh,
So
I've never
anyways,
actually had one of these
We're
before.
going to, we should taste test
This
some
is
Prime
the exact
Energy.
flavor that we saw that ad on a few days ago. This one actually never had, but the other primes aren't that good.
Strawberry watermelon. What a weird combo.
Shall we try it?
I'm down to try.
I might do it like a wine tasting where I taste
you
it and then
sip?
spit it out.
Dare I get my wine
Am I
glasses?
good?
There you get your wine glasses. Yeah, do it. Nice.
That was quite lovely.
Okay.
Watch
I'm
there
just
be
gonna,
like copious amounts of dairy in there. And
Ooh,
Alright.
my favorite.
I don't-
Has
I don't-
gluten for whatever reason. Speaking of which, we got to do a little side note.
All right, that's pretty good.
we
Oh
were
my
right.
gosh.
We were right.
No.
It is.
No. I'm thinking of the medieval one. The medieval. So when they go and they're doing like the Dungeons and Dragons one, that one's Are You Feeling It Now?
I don't even remember.
I'm feeling a warm spot. Sorry.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
There you go.
Feeling it?
Oh, I
Are You
see.
Feeling It? It
I
does
see.
say that.
So there's both. We
We
both
are
is
right.
both.
all correct, except I had no input, so.
All right, I tried it. What do you think? Prime Energy, strawberry melon.
It's not something I'd drink.
Really?
Mm-mm.
It's very sweet.
It's too sweet for
Yeah.
for me.
It is
It's
very
weird.
sweet.
It's not gross.
This can
Yeah.
is definitely cold, but it didn't feel cold when my tongue
Yeah,
touched it.
I mean that could also be because it's been in my
Yeah,
coat
I
pocket while we've
guess.
been setting
Hold on,
up.
let me- It's like a less good
It's-
version of those Milkies I
It's
found at
very
the
sweet.
Asian market.
It is, yeah,
but
yeah,
it
It's
has
like
zero sugar.
that's true.
Interesting.
I don't hate it.
At the same time, I refuse to endorse or support anything Logan Paul is involved
That's
in.
fair. That's
Actually, I take that back. Logan Paul's okay. He's semi-redeemed himself. It's Jake Paul that deserves to die and burn.
yeah,
Scum of
you're
the
right.
earth.
Yeah, that guy is no good.
Gluten and vegan. So
Interesting.
Yeah, I made sure he could have it, so it's totally fair. It's kosher actually as well. But anyways, pretty good. I'm actually surprised. I was expecting to hate it, but it's fine.
Interesting.
It's fine.
It's not bad. It's not something I drink on a regular basis.
No, yeah.
That also being said, I'm not an energy drink guy.
I don't drink
I've
energy
never had a
drinks
Red
either.
Bull before.
Really?
Which, honestly, in honor of Yes Man, we should have tasted Red Bull.
yeah.
I've only had Monster Energy once, and I didn't like it.
the regular flavor.
Yeah, it was the regular.
Probably the most dog water thing that's ever entered
I've
my
heard the
body.
other flavors are good, so I'd check them out. I have had the Mountain Dew Kickstarters.
Those are
and-
good.
And like Mountain Dew, they
But
are good.
But do you really classify those as energy drinks?
I know, it's just
they're very
more-
low caffeine energy drinks.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just-
So that's the thing. I've never
soda.
had an energy drink. One time I was up hanging up at that cabin with you guys, and I was about. I can't go above 6,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
So I was up above. I'm feeling it. I'm getting headaches, and one thing that helps with altitude sickness is drinking water. And so I go up to the thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like lemonade, whatever. Pour out a bunch into my water bottle. Get a full water bottle. Just take one big swig. I turned. I was like, huh, that's interesting. Hey, what's in this? And then Megan's like, oh, it's Monster, and lemonade. And I'm like, what? So I was kind of worried I was gonna die.
Oh,
Luckily, I'm
my.
here. But that's the
wanna-
only
I
time
Who
I've
wanna-
ever
mixes
had
Monster and lemonade?
I
That
wanna
sounds
see you just
awful.
It
dry
was no, it
scoop.
was like the watermelon Arizona stuff.
I want to see him just dry scoop like half a cup of pre-workout.
No.
And see what happens.
No.
Literally, he'll have a spasm.
He'll
on
die.
Right on
He'll-
the
he
in
will
front of
die.
us.
Yeah. Yeah. I barely even tasted that, but I was like, I need to know, you know? But so
It's-
I got
it's
like a drip around
fine.
the edge.
It's
so
fine.
I
It's
got like a
not
really
something-
nectary
Yeah.
taste.
It hangs in the mouth for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
I'm
does,
dealing
yeah.
with this aftertaste, and I
Yeah.
don't know if I like it that much.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I've only You just witnessed the second time I've ever drinking an energy drink. And the first time I've tasted it on purpose.
You took like a tiny, tiny sip.
Dude, that wasn't even anything. And what's funny is like,
okay.
of course, I could take one swig and it's fine. Because there's no caffeine in one drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I've seen you drink multiple Mountain Dews.
No,
Speaking of the Super Bowl, 2 Mountain Dews.
It was at least 2.
At least 2.
No, it did not. But I am going to have one right now.
Hey, speaking
I'm
of
actually
which-
out.
What?
You're out?
I'm out.
Open that fridge. I don't believe it.
I did drink the last voltage last night, though. I think I've only got thrashed apple left.
And there's orange.
Oh, there's one more live wire.
I want that orange. Unless you want the orange.
You can have the orange. The rest are thrashed apple.
Give me that one.
It's taken me a while to get through the thrashed apple. Give me a I want a thrashed apple. Because I need to just get through them and be done with them. You gotta pinch to close. Why can't you drink?
No, I can. But I've got to serve at the temple tomorrow morning.
Oh.
You think that's going to keep you up?
Yeah, probably.
Man, this stuff puts me right to sleep.
Well, it's because you have ADHD, Garrett. Something good. Anyways, I don't want to get too much caffeine.
I think Livewire has climbed up my list of likeness. I like Livewire quite a bit.
Yeah.
And look at the art design on the can. There's literally like a phoenix on there. You can't tell me that's not sick.
That is cool. Here, let me try a swig of that.
Oh, there's a phoenix. I'm like, where is this phoenix?
Phoenixes are really cool looking birds.
It's a very modest.
It's just a sun-kissed.
It's a very modest
It's a Mountain
tasting
Dew
orange.
Fanta.
It's like a cutie.
It's just a Mountain Dew Fanta.
Yeah.
But it's not as orangey as Fanta. You know what I mean? It's not as strong.
Yeah.
It's got the caffeine kick that most Mountain Dews have,
Yeah.
but orange. Anyways, so now that we're all
we have all tried Prime and it's fine.
now we're all caffeined up.
One of these days, I'm
Prime,
going
the
to
regular
get,
Prime is not good.
Really?
I do not like
See,
it.
that's what I want to
I
try
haven't
is the
tried it.
regular Prime.
I'll get you some.
So coming up, we might
gas
get some of
stations
that.
carry it quite.
Really? Okay, because
Wow.
I went to one and I didn't find any, but you know, there's just one gas
Yeah.
station on the way.
There's also a store in the mall. I can't remember which one. Oh, Bucked Up, I think, in the
Oh,
mall
gross.
Yeah,
specifically has
Gross.
a bunch of Prime.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh. Well, it's man, it's kind of like that stunt food, you know, where I'm like, I gotta
Yeah.
know. It's got the same vibe.
Speaking of stunt food, because of that conversation we had, and I had a separate conversation with Garrett where it came up, and with you,
Yes.
and with like Docker, and then with Smith, like all bringing up McDonald's randomly.
Yeah.
I felt the urge to go back to McDonald's for today for the first time in
Yes.
like 4 or 5 years.
How was it?
Horrible. I have never felt so crappy.
Well, hold on.
and
Let's
so
backstep.
sick.
What did you order?
I got the double quarter pounder with cheese.
So just a regular burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fries, and I saw they had the Shamrock Shake, so I got that because
How was that?
It was honestly the one I got kind of sucked because it was like really melted, so it was just like mint soup.
Do you remember when they came out with the Shamrock Shake the first year, and they came out with these dope spoons or something that were
Yeah, I do remember that.
The
supposed
ones
to be
that
super?
are the spoon that's a part of the ice cream machine that stirs.
No,
it?
no, that's just the McFlurries.
Oh, if there's a
was
Shamrock
something-
McFlurry, that would slap.
It was a specific for the Shamrock Shakes, and I don't remember what the hype
don't
was
know.
behind it,
Hmm.
but
Hey, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing
Yeah.
green. Look.
it's a little early.
It is a little early. I like to celebrate early. It's my
So-
favorite holiday. I'm kidding.
So, because
This guy didn't even celebrate
Yeah.
the good. The good.
yeah, you didn't even have the leprechaun come and steal your
Shut up.
classroom
Shut up.
like the Grinch.
Shut up.
But
Steal
yeah,
your
so
classroom.
it was
Anyways.
weird, like because I just like ran there real quick, ate. I was like, this was really terrible and a waste.
So it didn't even
waste
taste
of money.
good.
No,
From the
it-
beginning, it was bad.
it was really bad.
That sucks.
Even the fries were kind of bad. Like I
Which
remember
they're, like,
McDonald's fries being good, but
Known
no.
for their fries. See,
Yeah.
I can't eat it regardless. So it's been
So
9 years since I've
And
had
then
McDonald's.
as
but
soon as I got in the car, my stomach just dropped and I wanted to crap my pants. Like I've never felt that
it
sick
was
that
that
quickly.
fast. Huh?
It was that fast.
wow.
It was
That's
bad.
impeccable.
See, now that's the thing. Maybe I'm not like gonna stick my neck out for McDonald's here, but can sort of vary from place to place a little bit.
From McDonald's
It was
to
also
McDonald's.
the Orem one
Yeah.
by the Orem Walmart.
Yeah.
And that's not like a super nice McDonald's, at least from ones I've seen.
That one
Yeah.
smells like a dump when you're ordering though.
Yeah, so maybe I should have taken that as a warning sign.
See, that's the thing. The big draw of McDonald's, right, is that you know what you're getting everywhere you go.
It's cheap food.
It
and
is
it's
McDonald's.
It's not even cheap
but
anymore.
it's not even cheap. I spent $14.
Oh my gosh.
On a burger, fries, and a drink. Well, and a shake, but like still, like
Inflation's up.
with the shake, it should have been like $8 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taking my butt back to Taco Bell.
But
If I want to crap my guts out, I have standards.
Might as well eat something that tastes
Yeah,
good.
might as well enjoy it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if it's gonna make me sick, it better at least be good.
Well, because the one time there were 2 McDonald's in the city I went to school at, right? And I always went to the one because it was like next to the school, you know.
Yeah.
But then one of the days I went to the one that was across town. It was garbage. It's like, have you heard of those Krabby Patties that they like make drenched in water? And you're like, why would anybody eat that? It was that. It's the same exact thing I order. You know what I mean? It was just like,
Yeah.
it's bad. So maybe you
kinda
got a
like-
bad spot
It
or a
might
bad
be.
batch,
So-
but like, still, it's McDonald's. So it's like, you know.
And it's like Cafe Rio because I love Cafe Rio.
Yeah.
You're kind of sick of Cafe Rio because you had it so many times.
I'm
But
getting
it's
on the
still
upswing.
good.
I'm
It's
getting on
still
the upswing,
good.
but it
It's
is
just
good.
you got sick. It's like R&R. It's still good. We just kind of got sick of it because
Yeah.
we ate it too much.
Yeah.
The
should
Cafe
go
Rio
back
that I used to work at in Arizona, at least, and I did go and confirm last time I was home, according to my parents, is dog water. It's so bad. I
that's
don't know what
terrible.
about it is. So I was like heartbroken at this. I was like,
Yeah.
why is this so bad?
Yeah.
Like, why does this suck? And then to confirm that it wasn't just Cafe Rio as a whole, I immediately went to the Provo, like first day back home.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was still good.
Yeah.
Here in Provo. So like, yeah, I don't know. It's
That
just
just
got to
is
be
the
that.
way.
It's just got to be the one up near my house in Arizona. It sucks now.
Dang. But it wasn't when you were there, you culinary student.
Yes, it's because after I left, it went downhill.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
In honor of March,
But it is March and leprechauns.
leprechauns, and the madness that leprechauns bring. It's March Madness.
It's March
So,
Madness.
This is I even though you're a recently
May
converted sports
the
guy,
odds be
yeah.
ever in your favor.
It's just it's got the same vibes as fantasy football.
It does. It really does.
And just seeing that they were both in the same app, like, because I have the fantasy football app, and I just went to the March Madness website, and then it redirected me to an app I already had. I was like, what the heck?
yeah, and it's just gambling as well.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I might as well just pick random teams,
Yeah.
see which one goes.
My bracket's already toast, and it's only been half of a day worth of
Wade's
games.
bracket busted today when our lovely Arizona team lost.
I hate U of A, too. Even I guess maybe you thought I had some bias there. I despise U
Oh,
of A.
really? I thought you liked you.
No, I like ASU. It's
Oh.
Arizona State.
Did they
versus-
make it?
No, Arizona State didn't even make it to the tourney.
Oh, sad.
But they did beat U of A in the regular season this year.
Nice.
But no, so I hate U of A, like
Yeah.
with a burning passion.
You just thought they'd go all the way.
I just thought they would be good because they had a good team
worked.
this year, but apparently not.
Wow. Wouldn't that suck to be like great?
This
2
is
seed
the,
and
I think they
lose?
said, 7th time
The 2 seed has gone
a
out.
2 seed
yeah.
has gone
Wow.
out by a 15 seed.
Man, they
And then
suck.
of course, I guess Virginia getting bounced makes me feel a little bit better, but still.
But luckily for me, I didn't have them going too far. I mean, I did have
Yeah.
Arizona going to the Elite Eight. Virginia, I didn't have going very far.
Which is weird.
What I'm
'cause
stressed about is Duke.
my risky pick
I don't
is
even
I
remember
had
who
I
I
had
had.
Tennessee going kind of far, more so than other places, more or other teams. So I'm a little skeptical about that. But I did
What?
pick Kansas to win it all, and I'm still feeling good about that.
My ESPN app is in utilities for some reason. Okay, basketball. Here's. Oh wait, that's fantasy basketball. I don't know where to find
Are
this.
we gonna come up with like a winner or a loser's punishment? for March Madness, or
I think we
just
should.
bragging rights?
Yeah, we should.
Because
We still owe
Garrett
Garrett
from the Super Bowl. We didn't even have it. Well, it's because none of us won our fantasy football. To be fair, though,
Boise State.
I would have won fantasy football if it weren't for that DeMar Hamlin thing.
Yeah.
Him almost dying
Yeah.
on the field completely ruined my season.
Dang, I was the worst for you and you only. Like you were the worst person impacted by that.
Oh yeah, because it was the championship game, and I had
Yeah.
like 3 starters on the Bills.
Yeah.
And since they only played like 7 minutes of the game,
yeah.
Boise
I
State
didn't-
losing to Northwestern pushed me from 1st to 4th.
out of 4, there's only 4 people in our.
Well, let me check that. I didn't check that. I have a different app.
I had Arizona
Oh,
going
that's
to the Elite Eight. No, I had them going to the Final Four.
Oof.
And then I had Kansas
also,
going.
because like Arizona State is in Tempe, and that's like 40 minutes from where I live. U of A is down in Tucson, which is a weird college town.
Yeah.
Like, not like only a couple hours from the Mexico border.
Right.
Like, it's like halfway between Phoenix and the Mexican border. And I've been to Tucson once, and it was so freaking weird. I guess my buddy goes to U of A, so I shouldn't trash on it too much. But man, so which brings me to my topic. Unless you guys want to talk about other teams.
No, I mean, I don't know anything about basketball.
Okay.
I don't know anything. Like, I know how to play really well.
Yeah.
Like, I get the gist of the game, but when it comes to like who's good, who's bad
Who's good?
players,
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh, new debate. I think white
I'll
sauce.
listen. I'll tell you what.
White sauce beats red sauce.
As a
almost
person who
every
doesn't
time.
eat pizza, the white buffalo chicken
Yeah.
pizza, best pizza on the planet.
I think there are better pizzas that are white sauce, but
They're more consistent if it's red sauce.
it is consistent if it's
Yeah.
red sauce. That's the thing.
That's
I would
because
choose
pizza
red,
was made for red
but
sauce.
some of the
Yeah,
best are white.
definitely.
That's true. That's true. Because
It's
there are
a-
some where the white sauce is like grainy, and it's disgusting.
I just you're absolutely right on that one.
Yeah.
I would say, especially for that white sauce pizza I make, I literally just get a bunch of pasta ingredients and make it on a giant breadstick. So it's like it's definitely not intended to be like a pizza.
Maybe we should, instead of cutting it into squares, maybe we should cut it into rectangles. Like,
What?
you know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
Cut his pizza into rectangles like this instead of squares like that.
Why?
all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
Just because it'll be easier to eat with, you just eat it with your hands.
Yeah.
That
instead
is
of
true.
Get a fork
yeah.
and knife because it's kind of messy, right?
Yeah.
Well, because that's just a pan pizza. I can definitely we have pizza pans that I could definitely probably make handheld pizzas. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm just gonna order it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the fork and knife ones I make. I don't know. But yeah, so
My gosh.
Did you guys know that Ryan Reynolds sold Mint Mobile
I did
to
hear
T-Mobile
about that. Yeah.
what? That's sellout.
Yeah, he did.
for $1.3 billion?
Dude. Now, here's the question. I mean, obviously, people are buying it for Ryan Reynolds, right? Like that's the brand.
But it is
and 'cause-
cheap.
Well, and because Mint Mobile's way cheaper.
Like $15, and the cheapest next one is like $100.
Like
Yeah.
it's insane. And it's just the only drawback to Mint Mobile is you have to pay annually instead of monthly, but that's almost better
Yeah.
in my opinion.
But a lot of people were worried about, and I think good on Ryan Reynolds, $1.3 billion.
Yeah,
he
I
became a
can't-
billionaire overnight.
I can't dog the guy. Although that's for the entire company, so he only got like the percentage of
He
how
got-
many
he
shares
got a
owned in
majority,
Mint.
though.
Yeah, like he definitely made a lot.
Okay, but still, the thing is with Ryan Reynolds, right? So now without Ryan Reynolds, what is Mint Mobile? Like they're cheap, but now they're a part of AT&T. So will it stay cheap?
That was a debate a lot of people,
Yeah,
or
that
a
is
discussion
true.
a lot of people
That
had.
is true.
T-Mobile did come out and say they'd keep their low prices.
So what was the point
I guess
of
they
buying
have
them
to
out?
because it's like
It was a competition.
I guess that is true.
because people are buying Mint.
Because like you think of Verizon, you think of the top dogs for cell phone carriers, and it's Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And T-Mobile's definitely the little brother of the three.
Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Not-
Not after they bought Sprint.
Yeah,
They actually
they
in
bought out
Utah.
Sprint.
They
bought
have
out
the best
Mint.
towers, the best service.
I think they leapfrogged AT&T.
Oh,
now.
easily.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think
still
they're-
think
I
Verizon
think they're-
probably is the best.
AT&T's kind of
but
garbage.
Yeah,
I think they're I think they'll buy AT&T out.
Probably at
Soon.
some point.
Really?
They've definitely leapfrogged them.
And then
There's just.
I think they'll be better than Verizon with
and
all 3 of the
AT&T.
towers they just got.
Do you think I'd be allowed to merge?
I think
I don't
T-Mobile was
know.
already using Mint Mobile was using T-Mobile towers already.
Yeah, they do share. That is a thing.
Interesting.
And T-Mobile does have the best coverage in Utah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's nationwide. I think Verizon has it nationwide. But
yeah,
in Utah specifically,
I will
T-Mobile
say,
has better service.
I will say I've had both T-Mobile and Verizon in my lifetime. Verizon has absolutely destroyed T-Mobile in terms of service, at least in Arizona and at my grandparents' cabin in Colorado.
But how long ago was that? Because I think T-Mobile spiked up significantly in the last couple of years since they bought in Sprint.
I do know that in
I
senior year,
think-
Verizon was insanely better than everything
Yeah.
else.
I agree. Up until probably 2 years ago.
But I
think
don't know
they-
anymore. Yeah,
but
that's the thing.
jumped
I'm
up
not-
there.
I'm not
Now,
up to
like
date.
my dad's work provides his Verizon plan, and he doesn't have to pay for it. Neither do any of his kids, so I'm just gonna ride that as long as I can. So
Dude,
I don't
same.
care. You
Same.
think I
As long
pay
as
for
no-
that
okay.
crap?
Now, before they merged, I had Sprint, and then we switched to T-Mobile right as they merged, just because Sprint was
Yeah.
garbage. Oh my gosh, Sprint was bad.
So I still have
They were
Sprint.
horrible. Do you know how we got Sprint? Listen, we had AT&T, right? Not
I had
great.
AT&T as well.
It wasn't unlimited, but it was fine. We get 10 gigs. My mom would get mad at me
Yeah.
every month for using too much. Whatever. It was
we have
fine.
unlimited.
It was good.
with Verizon.
This freaking door-to-door salesman, in the same vein as a Garrett, comes up and my dad opens the door and he's like, "Hello," and he's like, "Hello, would you like to buy Sprint?" And my dad's like, "Yes." And mom's like, "What?" So now we're on Sprint 2-year contract. We didn't have service. We went Amish for 2 years. It was horrible. Everywhere was a dead spot. It was terrible.
Hey,
so as soon as we could, we
So
switched to T-Mobile.
in my lovely hometown, there's 3 spots in my house that will, with Sprint, my phone calls will drop.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
you're still on Sprint.
Yep. So I'm still on Sprint.
Did it get any better
No.
after the merge?
The towers didn't move over.
Ah,
So what I'd have to do is just get a T-Mobile SIM card.
right.
So I'm still using. It's still same garbage as it was when Sprint was. You just have to get a T-Mobile card because they're shutting off all SIM cards for Sprint here in the next couple months.
Yeah, so you gotta.
So I'm switching to AT&T, I guess. So
That's good.
no,
Wait, T-Mobile?
it's not good. No, AT&T.
Oh, why?
Because it's through my dad.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So I
That'll
can't
do.
really choose. If I chose, I'd get Verizon,
Yeah.
but it is significantly the most. Like
It's way
it is
expensive.
way
Until
more
you get a
expensive.
good job that like partners with Verizon and like will pay for it.
We
then-
had Verizon.
Yeah.
But we went into my dad was having issues, and we went to the Verizon store, and the lady was not helpful at all, and
Oh,
she was rude, and my dad's like, "Well, I'm gonna go switch over to a different person," and she says, "You know what? Do it."
Oh.
So we did the next day.
She was a much
We
worse
switched to
salesman than the guy
Sprint.
who went to my dad.
No, actually, we switched to AT&T originally, and I still had a flip phone, so I didn't really understand how garbage
Data.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to Sprint when I got a smartphone, and then I've had that ever since. And now I'm gonna go back, and I'll let you know how it is.
All right. AT&T. That's what I had most when I met you. I had AT&T.
Hopefully, it's gotten better, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything about AT&T getting better ever.
No.
That's unfortunate.
That is quite the stranglehold they have on the market. Just all 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do?
I
There's
know
so many of these.
Verizon
Like,
has quite a few perks.
yeah.
That we
They
know.
have the
Like to
mobile
the-
hotspot.
Yeah.
Fire.
Really?
Absolutely.
Because you have mobile
best.
hotspot on others, right?
No,
But it's
no,
not
like
as
it
My
good.
uses
Verizon
Wi-Fi
data-
instead of your cellular data.
Oh.
And it's there. I have mobile hotspots throughout the entire U.S.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
you could be
Yeah.
walking and it says, "Oh," and my phone
It'll
will
say
still
hotspot
ask to
available.
connect. It says, "Yeah,
Yeah.
hotspot available Xfinity."
Oh,
Because
that's
Xfinity
what those
is
are.
Yeah.
is Verizon
Yeah.
or they're partnered or something.
Like right now, Verizon has a deal. If you're a Verizon customer, you can buy an Xbox Series S for $150.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna
S
buy.
though?
Like, I'm gonna
Verizon
buy like
thinking.
3 or 4.
The S? Why would you want the S?
That's the thing, right?
It's just the cheapest one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get it for even cheaper, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that's
like
the point.
and mind you, it's normally like 300.
yeah,
it's the
totally. That's
normal
like half
price of
off.
it.
That's insane.
That's wild.
I'm thinking. I don't have a ton of money. I don't
Yeah.
make money, but PS5. I I really want one. So we'll see.
Money
I don't
laundering.
know. Well, I'm just.
Donate your plasma.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I'll do is donate my plasma. I don't know. We talked about it the other day. All the games coming out. They're coming out for PS5. You know,
And now PS5's been out
whatever.
long enough. You might
Fallen
get
Order.
lucky and find it for a little cheaper on
Yeah.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it. Not yet.
Mm.
It's
If
still
anything, that's
recently
in-
been regularly in stock.
If anything, that's an indicament. Did I what? What I don't know what word I was trying to say. If anything, that just shows how crappy Sony is. The fact that this console has been out for 3 years and they can't keep it in stock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they had to rebuild the whole console.
Yeah,
I think it is also. I think it's in stock now. You can find
It
it.
is. It's regularly in stock now, at least on the
Good.
Sony website.
Finally.
Yeah, on websites. I think you can.
But
ship
you
it.
have to realize how backed up they were.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
so
they
bad.
did make the mistake of doing. I don't know what was wrong with it,
Like,
but they had to
there's some
rebuild
chip-
it with the
yeah, there's-
motherboard or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
That was their bad, and it caused such a backup. They couldn't recover, and I don't think Xbox would have been able to recover either.
I don't know. I feel like because Xbox has Microsoft backing it, they have a lot more.
They have a big net. I mean, they have Sony
Yeah.
too, though.
I don't think it was a money problem though.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was money. So there's kind of there's the conspiracy theory,
Yeah,
and then there's
the
like
workforce.
what actually happened. Well, it could have been that like Nintendo does this a lot, but they keep a short supply on purpose and make it like hard to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they could have done that.
Which
and
I
that's
don't
crummy.
understand how that helps
Maybe.
anyone.
Who
Well, it's like,
knows?
ooh, you can get one, and then you can sell them for more.
Which
You
is
know.
dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
But nothing beats the good old, what is it? The good old Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death.
Oh yeah.
I never experienced that.
I never had
and
an
like I
Xbox.
never had anybody I knew who experienced that.
I
So,
had
like,
it,
I only
but
learned
it's
about
because
it,
I left
like,
or my mom
recently.
put a book over my fan.
Oh my
and
gosh.
the Red Ring of Death happened, and I was like,
Ah, that's a rip.
but it went back. It was good after it cooled down and for a
What?
good.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet,
Yeah.
sweet.
It was scary though, seeing that green little logo turn red.
Like, no.
Yeah.
But no, and then immediately after they released the Xbox One too soon, or they had an issue with the conference, and its sales didn't do good either.
Yeah, something.
Which is why I think they released 2 consoles.
Well, PS5 does as well. There's 2 versions of the PS5.
No, I mean, but theirs is just digital, non-digital.
Yeah, that's all the Series S is.
but
just digital.
it's significantly cheaper and it's smaller,
And it doesn't
it's
run
not
as well.
powerful.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The 5 is exactly the same, just without a drive.
Yeah.
The S is like a different thing.
Which I
that
think
is
good for
less.
them, for people that can't afford the big one like me. Good for them. For
Yeah, no,
doing a
I think
cheaper
it's
option
great
still.
having a cheap
because
option.
it's still a next generation.
It's like the
console.
Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yeah.
It's just
Except
yeah.
I not kudos to them for that and that. I hate the light.
I do hate the light
It's
too.
just
It's a Switch
basically
that
a
doesn't
Ninten-
switch.
It's a Nintendo
It
DS. yeah.
is the purpose is completely gone.
Yeah.
You can't even hook it up to the TV.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Well, yeah, but
That's
it's-
that was
I
the
guess
that's the
you're
whole
right.
marketing
That's
thing
the
of
whole
the
point is that
Switch.
it's a Switch. Yeah, I don't really get it either. I mean, I kind of get it if you want ones for your kids and they want to play a game, but like,
it's. I think it's supposed to so that they have some kind of mobile one, because like the Nintendo DS had like everyone in a chokehold for a long time.
Well, that's because it was the only mobile thing.
Yeah,
Now you have phones, so
that is true.
Available,
Now that
it's
phones are
just-
out, like it's kind of caused the death of
portable gaming.
portable gaming.
dude,
I think the Switch though is so good
Remember
because
the
it's
PSP?
portable,
Yeah.
but
I
you can
never had
still
one.
connect it to a TV, so I can bring
Oh,
it,
yeah.
the whole console
yeah.
so easily
The
to
Switch
a
is
buddy's
genius.
house.
The Switch is genius.
Which is ironic because the Wii U failed miserably.
Yeah, it was such a different thing though, and the
Yeah.
marketing was so bad.
I think
'Cause
it would have been fine. It was just wrong timing.
For a
Yeah.
very long time, I thought a Wii U was like a add-on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Which it
wasn't.
should have been.
It should have been,
Should
but
have
it
been.
wasn't. It was a whole new.
It's just
console.
like those stupid, which was the dumbest thing, is the stupid Wii Remote Plus or whatever.
Remote Plus.
Well, Motion Plus.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's dumb.
The balance board or whatever.
No.
No,
It's just
it's
Motion
like a-
Plus. It's just
Oh.
something in your controller. I guess it makes it better to detect motion, and you had to have it for certain games. So like they made Wii Sports Resort,
Yeah.
and you needed Motion Plus to play the game.
Interesting.
And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not gonna buy a new Wii remote.
Even like the Kinect for the Xbox was like pretty popular when it was out for a while.
It
Yeah.
was.
It died as soon as the Xbox One came out, but
And it wasn't
yeah.
that.
That's because it wasn't compatible.
good. And it wasn't that good either.
It wasn't, but it was
Well,
the
like
first of its kind.
a new Kinect did come out for the Xbox One. It's just nobody cared.
Yeah, yeah. Man, what do you guys think about motion controls? Like when you have to use it in a Switch or like a Wii setting.
I think it was perfect for me as a kid, but I don't know how I ever did it. Like,
Yeah, right? Because like PlayStation also had their like PlayStation 1 thing.
yeah.
And I had a few games that used that.
Nobody did it as good as we though.
No, yeah, nobody
No,
did as good as we.
we did
And it was
really
crazy.
well.
What's crazy to me is that you can use candles for the motion sensor.
What? Oh, because
Yeah,
it's like,
because
that's
of the
funny.
heat signature.
It's
whatever.
crazy to me.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't need the thing at all. Which is like, I lost that thing so many times. You know how much candles would have saved my problem?
You have a limited time to play the game before it burns down,
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. Can't
Maybe
move too
if,
quick.
If I play the game for as long as the candle's burning, I should not be playing anymore.
That's a good point. Hey, that's a
true.
good way to regulate it.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll
Hi,
slowly
kids.
get hotter
These
and
are
hotter.
20-minute candles.
Yeah.
Okay, another good question. When, if y'all have kids, how on earth are you going to regulate electronics?
I don't want
I
to. I'm going
have
to cross
no
that bridge.
idea.
Cross that bridge when I get there.
It's hard because you obviously don't want to be that strict parent.
But
And there's going to be, most of the parents are going to be rather lazy or they're just not going to care.
Maybe.
And so
I think
you'll
that's
be
now.
the-
Maybe
you'll
the
be
next
the-
generation will be a little different.
you'll be the-
maybe we'll be a
Have
little
you
different.
seen
Not
our
cool
peers? They have the worst work ethic I've ever seen
That's true.
ever. You
I
can't
think
tell me they're not going to be the
easily
laziest
This is
people.
the worst work ethic generation of all time.
Yeah. It doesn't help
They
that
probably
we've been,
say that
we
every
ha-
generation.
Yeah,
Like, I believe it this time.
I believe it this time.
Well,
No,
yeah, it's,
Actually,
it's because I can see it, and even in myself, people are addicted to phones. You can't put a no phone policy because they'll quit and go to another job that
Yeah.
allows
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah, yeah. I focus real intent. Like the other day, I was doing a report, right? And it was towards the end of the day, and I had to get it done, and I didn't know how I was gonna do it. And I listened to this Metallica song earlier that day in a Jimmy John's, and so I put that song on, and then I started working. I worked for 2 hours with the same 12 Metallica songs on repeat, just in my own world. The office,
yeah.
everybody left the office. I was like, just da, da, in the background. It was intense.
I have a hard time listening to music at work because I have to keep pausing it every 5 seconds. It feels like when someone asks me a question.
Yeah.
And so if it was like that and I'm working by myself, I could get so much done. But
Yeah, I guess you have AirPods. You could just like take one out and then put it back in. That pauses it.
I
Unpauses
just
yeah.
click it real
Yeah.
quick.
And
I don't pull up my phone and then pause it. No, I just click it. But I'm like, but then I have bad ADHD, and so I forget to play it again. And I go
Right.
4 hours, and I'm like, oh, I'm still listening to the same song I was 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
and then the vibe's different.
Yeah, and now I'm like, today sucks, and I
Yeah.
don't want to listen to music
Like,
anymore.
what? I totally just lost my train of thought. No. What? Say something, Garrett.
I'm giving up on you.
Don't ever do that again.
Sorry that
No!
I. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, with like listening to music, I definitely can't at my current job, but I do it like while doing homework, and I like it definitely. I don't know, like I just don't like it being dead silent. I like at least some kind of background noise.
Yeah.
But like even if I'm like playing a game, like one of my favorite things to do is just play Minecraft, but then like just turn on South Park, but just listen to it in the background.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely enjoy it. And then at least when I really need to focus, it's an old trick, but it works well. Like I've got an assignment, or I'm on a time crunch, or I just want to be done. I turn on the Mario Kart music for the last lap of Rainbow Road.
I used to listen to Mario Kart music, and that was some good music. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because then it speeds up and you're like,
Go.
go.
Yeah.
And I did it to
Yeah.
one of my roommates one time. Homie, like, runs through the door. He's like, I have 7.5 minutes to shower and get ready for a date.
Oh my god!
And he like runs through in like a frenzy,
Uh-huh.
runs to the bathroom, and he's totally not gonna make it. So I'm like, So I just like shout through the door, I'm doing you a solid. And I put my Bluetooth speaker next to the bathroom door and crank it up for Mario Kart music. And I just hear him scream in the shower. He's like, no, it's stressing me out. And he made it.
Wow.
He made it. It was insane. Homie was like a blur.
That's
just
insane.
Getting ready. Like,
how long does it take you guys to get ready in the morning?
A long time because I'm tired.
It's bad habit, kind of. I wake up at 6:10 and my shift starts at 6:15.
Roll over and turn on the computer.
I roll over, throw on some clothes, and turn on the computer.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of sit there and I can smell myself and I'm stinky and I'm gross. And then when I'm done, I go like shower, brush teeth because I get done at 10 anyway. And so then I'll actually get ready for the day.
Yeah.
But I'm like, screw this. I ain't waking up any earlier than this.
No, that's fair.
I say I could probably get ready in about regularly 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Really?
But if I'm tired,
From waking up to
no. If I'm tired, that's if I wake up or I get a really good night's
Depends
rest.
if I shower the night before too.
If
Right.
I'm a regular day, it probably takes me a half hour to 45 minutes.
I would say a half hour to an hour.
Because if I shower the night before, then I can get up and go like quick.
No, yeah.
But if I have to shower, that tacks on like
I'm just so tired. I'm dragging my feet. I even sit in the shower for longer.
Yeah, dude, my showers are always 15 minutes to the minute. Unless I'm like trying, my natural rhythm is 15 minutes almost exactly every single time. Super weird. But yeah, anyways, I am not that fast. But I can be fast. It's just if I'm just going, it takes me an hour.
I am speed.
But if I'm like up and going, it can take me a half hour.
Yeah.
That's fair. I would say I can at least if I have somewhere to be. In high school, I had seminary start at like 5:50 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up at 5:30. Like
that's the thing, right?
I could be up out the door going to seminary and
Yeah.
get there right as it was starting.
Well, that's the thing. I serve at the temple tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna wake up at 4:15 and be there by, and leave at 4:30.
Yeah.
So, that's just up close, go, wham. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't even like thinking about being up that early.
Oh yeah, it is pretty brutal.
4 o'clock.
What sucks is like on days I know I have to get up earlier or I'm just trying to adjust my sleep schedule. My body has really been struggling just to go to bed early now.
Same with me.
And I don't know. I've gotten getting better, and I try not to use it every night because then you'll become dependent on it. But just use a melatonin to get my sleep schedule.
Yeah,
get
on
used
track.
to going to bed
problem
an
is,
hour or two earlier.
For me, is I'm tired. Like I'm tired right now. I could probably go to bed, but I get so into conversation with my roommates right before bed. And
I know.
And it ends up taking until like 12 to 1 every
hour
night.
That's the thing, right? I'm just so used to what I do that like I'll be ready to go to bed at like 10 or 11, and then I get distracted and do something till like midnight or 1. It's bad.
So I don't think taking melatonin would help me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what's the other thing? You know, like the day before I'm traveling, without fail, I cannot sleep.
Yeah, same with me.
Especially if I have to get up early. I remember distinctly multiple times. It was like not the most recent time. Actually, so I remember because I drove to California in October, right?
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna get up at 5:30 and hit the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting into bed like at a decent hour, so I'd get a good night's rest. Just tossing, turning. Randomly, like I remember, I randomly am like almost asleep, but then I remember something that I had to bring.
Yeah.
And so I flip over and just write it on the notepad on my phone. So first thing I see in the morning is like a list of things to grab before I leave. And it was at least like 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I'm like, frick, I roll back over maybe got 2.5 hours of sleep and then drove
Well,
to
Dang,
Los
dude.
Angeles.
Well,
but
also,
it was weird. I felt perfectly fine the entire drive.
Wow.
well, that's
like,
the
I
thing.
don't know.
If you're not going to work, I at least for me, I don't feel tired in the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not having to go to work, even if I get good night rest, I'm always tired at
Similar
work.
situation when I drove to Phoenix for Christmas, but I will say I felt drowsy until the sun was up. And my thing is, like, if I could roll into Vegas by like 8 a.m., then I'm making good time.
Yeah.
So I did that, but literally, like, I see like Cedar City in the horizon, and I'm dozing, and I just go like, whap, and smack myself hard, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm fine. We're awake.
I'm like, I grab another Mountain Dew. I'm like, caffeine.
No, I've tried that. I slap myself.
I bite
I
my
roll down the
tongue.
window.
I-
I
like-
get gum. and
I don't get droopy in the car.
No, I haven't either until recently, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
So okay, you go first. Tell
Or
your story.
my other thing is, because I love licorice, like Twizzlers, Red Vines.
Yeah.
I get two because I love the Twizzlers nubs and the pull and peel.
Pull and peel are
Right.
unbeatable.
I love both of those.
Oh, red vines are better.
And
Agree.
base Red Vines are better than base Twizzlers, but
But
Twizzlers
okay, other Twizzlers are
variations
better. That's fair.
beat Red Vine.
100%. Yeah.
But I get these Twizzlers, and then I'll at least because during the winter months I leave them in my car overnight, so then they freeze.
Yeah.
So then I have a hard time chewing them, and it keeps me awake.
Ah.
And I'll
So-
just eat these nubs like one by one and like
Nice.
break my jaw trying to eat them for a couple of hours.
I went to Idaho one time.
Yeah.
That was your first mistake.
I went to
Aw.
well, you know, like it's worse. I went to Rexburg, Idaho.
That's your second mistake.
And I went specifically to see the Northern Lights. It was just a time of the year you could see them in Idaho really good.
Right.
And so I'm like, sick, I'm going to go. So I go there, probably leave after work. So around 5, I'm driving to Idaho. And I have to be to work the next day. So
Oh
I have
my
to
goodness.
I have to drive back home. So it's a 4-hour drive there,
Are
fine.
you with anybody?
Yeah, I'm with some buddies. You
Oh,
know,
okay,
we're all
okay,
just...
That does not sound like.
This sounds terrible.
It was the
Not
most
worth
miserable trip. I'll tell you why. Because obviously, you want to see the Northern Lights, you have to go somewhere where there's no light. We went to the sand dunes. Probably in November, -3 degrees.
Oh.
Absolutely awful. Nobody prepared for this. I literally just got home, grabbed some
Left.
stuff, and left because I'm not
He's
staying. I
wearing
don't need to
basketball
pack anything.
shorts.
I didn't have to pack
t-shirt.
anything. I think I was wearing some sweats, but that's not going to do anything in
No.
negative degree weather.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're driving home. 1 a.m. is when
Okay.
we're driving home. Everyone's sleeping but me. I'm driving. And I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep. Everyone else is sleeping. I
Yeah.
pull over, go to the gas station. This is the first time I've ever experienced the first energy drink I ever bought.
Right.
I'm calling my sister because I was just with her. That's the reason we went to Idaho.
Yeah.
And she's sleeping because she drinks energy drinks. I've never had one. So I'm like, all right, the Monster is pretty popular.
Yeah.
For one, I had a hard time drinking it because it was so nasty.
Because it's like
Super
a lemon
gross.
lime, but
Yeah.
like super weird. Or is it green apple?
I think it's supposed to be green
It's lemon
apple.
lime. Oh,
Is it?
really?
I don't know.
I was looking
it's
at it today.
something
I think it's lemon
green.
lime.
It's
but I
gross
don't
is
know
what
for
it
sure.
is.
It's
Yeah.
not bad,
No,
but it's not
it
something
is.
I
would never
like.
drink one again. Well, for 2 reasons. One, and then so I'm like, all right, this should work. I'm drinking it. I'm already so tired. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
and I have to go to work at 7.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so I'm like, all right. And we just barely left 1 a.m.
Right.
So we still have 4 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
And so I'm drinking it, and obviously I have ADHD, and so I'm
No, it puts
getting
you to
more
sleep.
tired.
Yeah, that
Oh,
puts you to sleep, bro.
I drove the whole way without dying, but
You drove the whole way.
I drove the whole way.
Should have punched your buddy.
To be
like, bro,
fair,
it's your
like the drive from Rexburg to Provo is very uneventful and just literally straight line.
turn. True, but
Well-
still, like.
It ain't straight if I go off that road.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's
no.
insane.
That was the first time I experienced caffeine make me tired
Huh.
because it was so much.
Interesting.
Because I have Mountain Dews regularly, and they don't make me tired, but they don't make me more awake.
They don't really.
either.
Yeah, they don't really have much effect.
It's
on
just
me.
like drinking a root beer.
yeah. No.
They make me anxious because I'm like caffeine, but like that's not like actually doing anything. You know what I mean?
It's just you being anxious.
Yeah, it's just me being like, man, I should really not drink this.
But I did notice if I take my meds, my ADHD meds,
Yes.
I do get the
The boost.
boost of caffeine.
Nice.
when I drink an energy drink. Because first time I ever had my meds, I was trying out a Bang because it uses creatine.
Oh, I was there for this.
Yeah, it uses creatine instead of caffeine. It still has caffeine in it, but it uses creatine to create its energy.
Yeah.
I noticed it didn't make me tired, but it didn't give me the high, but it made me more awake. Yeah. But not
insane.
Not like jittery or anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, I drink about half of it. First time drinking a Bang. This is the second energy drink I ever had.
Yeah.
I drink the Bang, about half a can. I'm like, all right. I mean, it worked because I'm not tired anymore. Yeah.
And he had a heart.
And then I drink, and then I'm like, oh, I have to have a pill. Oh, so I had the pill, and I have never felt this way. My heart is going a million miles. I'm shaking. I'm like, what is going on? I couldn't even, like, my mind was going. I could just, like, not stop. It was like going down Rainbow Road, you know. So much. I don't know. It was crazy. And then I never drank an energy drink again.
Wow.
Till today.
Until today, yeah.
Until you had the sip of Prime.
Well, on that note, it's all circled back. Let's go to break. You're listening to Hot Tub Talks. Hey everyone, Editor Josh here. If you've listened this far, I can assume you've liked something about Hot Tub Talks, so consider giving it a share. If you're listening on YouTube, you can leave a comment. We read comments at the end of the show every single week. You can follow us on TikTok at Hot Tub Talking, Instagram at Hot Tub Talks Official, and of course YouTube at Hot Tub Talks. Thank you so much for listening. We absolutely love recording Hot Tub Talks, but that's enough for the break. Let's get back to the show.
Welcome back, everyone.
We are back from the break. I have very sad news, and I might be able to fix it. But yesterday, I was trying to get something to work with an RCA adapter, like the red, white, and yellow things on that soundboard, right? And so one of the things that would plug into those RCA adaptions was those old plug-and-play video games. You'd get it like Walmart, and it's just like the controller, which is also the game. And there was like a SpongeBob one, and there was like a Spider-Man one, and you'd connect it or you'd connect the yellow and the white to the TV. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I never played them.
You've never played them?
I never had. I could bring the SpongeBob one over here.
Dude, do you have it?
Where he has the nose as the joystick?
Yeah, the nose is the joystick.
Yep, I have it.
Yeah, you have that?
It's at my mom's.
Heck yeah, dude.
I also have an Avatar one that's really fun.
Like Blue People or the
No, like
Airbender?
Aang.
Oh, yeah.
And Aang is on like a little
Dang, you have so many.
ball. So my parents didn't let us buy a game console until the Wii came out, so we just play those. I also have Miss Pac-Man.
Yo, you got a ton of them.
Uh-huh.
See, I thought they costed like more than a PlayStation because like they were just like, I don't know, we weren't really allowed to have them, you know what I mean? But we had one. It was the Spider-Man one.
I never even seen that one.
It is fantastic, and the amount of stuff in the game is amazing. Like, there's the main, like, kind of Mario side-scroller 2D platformer, right? And you can, like, swing and fight bad guys, and my dad is the only one to, like, ever really beat it, I think, in our family. And, anyways, but then it's got all these, like, mini games, you know what I mean? You got one where Venom throws stuff at you, and one where the Green Goblin's in a maze.
I'll bring over the SpongeBob one sometime.
Heck yeah, dude.
I just remember from like the red, yellow, and white cords, like pre-HDMI cords.
Yeah.
Like I just remember trying to like figure out how to set up my PlayStation 2.
I don't know why it was so difficult for us to just plug them in.
I know.
Red goes to red.
But then sometimes they throw green at you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this green?
I just want to play Guitar Hero.
Speaking of which, so my parents gave me this game for Christmas. It was like a computer game.
Yeah.
And it was He-Man. No, not He-Man. I can't remember. It was some like church game.
Okay.
It wasn't like churchy, but it was just based off church characters.
Okay. Strange, but okay.
I never beat it.
Okay.
But I did wake up at 2 a.m. one night, and my dad was playing it.
So apparently my dad, shortly after, because I remember they got me and my brother Nintendo DSs at some point when we were kids, and it was like a godsend because like both me and my brother didn't like car rides. And so they could just like hand us the DS and we were fine. We'd do our thing. Yeah. And we both had Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Yeah,
and my
dude.
dad.
Yes.
I remember him talking. He was like, "Dude, those were so fun. After I put the kids to bed, I'd take your DS and play it for like an hour."
That's amazing. That is honestly some of my favorite, like hanging out with my dad memories is playing Spider-Man. Because he would, again, we'd be playing and like, man, we can't get very far. Dad, you do it. He'd go and he'd beat like Electro. It's like,
It's probably so easy.
so
Yeah.
fun. You know,
I had
I
a
was
Ben
playing it
10
the other
game that
day,
was
and
so
man, I hope
hard.
it's not dead. Because, okay, the other day I plugged it in, it died. And I switched out the batteries and it wouldn't start. Now, I think it's because the batteries like leaked and there's battery acid everywhere. So I gotta like scrape it off all the prongs.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think it's dead. I'm gonna try to fix it this weekend. But I'm gonna be really sad if it is. And I'm gonna hunt one down because I love it. But I was trying to play it. I have a video on my YouTube channel about me playing it. It's way too long. But I don't think I've ever beaten it, but I've gotten to where my dad was. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. You know?
Really?
I can get farther. I can get to like the second stage or like the third stage. But I can't get... Because like before I couldn't really beat... I could beat the first boss and that was it. Because the first one, you go through like the streets of New York, and you're beating up bad guys, and you get to the end of the screen, and then if you were good enough to get through the first stage, you go to a second stage that was basically the same. Then you reach your first boss, which was the Rhino. And what I loved about these games, and something like, I don't know, it's one of those core memories when my dad told me something, probably he didn't really think much about it, and I'm like internalizing it, you know what I mean? Because he told me with the bosses, there's always a way you're given to beat them. Like they've always got a pattern, and you're supposed to exploit the pattern and the weakness, right? So Rhino, his was pretty obvious, right? He would go like, "Rrrr," and they'd run to the side of the
Don't ever
screen.
make that noise again.
No! He'd go to the end of the screen and like beat his head against the wall, and it would get stuck. And then he'd like rip it out, and they'd go to the other end, and they get stuck, right? So what you do is you go up and you jump on a perch. He gets stuck, go behind, punch him. And he goes to the other one, go behind, punch him. You know, and you just do that until he's dead. And so anyways, I was able to beat that one pretty easily. Then it got on to the second stage, which is different from the side-scroller, where you're Spider-Man climbing up these blue buildings at night. And there's these guys who will come out of their windows and either punch you or like throw grenades down at you as you're like trying to climb up. And it's significantly harder. And then I believe the second one is Scorpion. And I've beaten him before. And the third one is like a construction site with EMTs everywhere. And I don't remember who the fourth boss is. It might be Electro. But anyways, I would usually before not get past the second stage. But now I can get past even the Scorpion if I'm lucky. And keep going. So it is hard, but it's not... It's definitely easier now that I'm older, but it's not like significantly easier. You know what I mean?
I remember that Avatar one being so hard to beat.
I had a Ben 10 game on the PlayStation 2, and for some reason as a kid, it took me a long time to get through that game because you only could play for who knows how long each day. And I didn't realize that the continue game option was a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I turned it on, I'd click new game and have to start from the beginning.
Wow.
So I played the first level of that game I don't know how many times.
That's amazing.
Until eventually I was like, yeah, what does this button do? And then I was like, wait, this is where I was finished yesterday. Wait a second.
You know what is the biggest crime in video games and something that Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga doesn't do? The default when loading up the game is to hit new game and not load game. And it drives me nuts because my siblings will go to a game and they'll hit new game because they're not reading
I feel
it.
like that was the thing, at least when I was a kid, is like the default was new game.
Yeah.
Nowadays, yeah, it's like continue game.
Yeah, now it's like
good.
switching.
Yeah.
But there's still some, and it goes to new game. And it's annoying.
Weird.
That's how my Mario save got wiped.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
Odyssey.
I remember
This
I
is
had
why you
this.
assert your authority over your siblings and be like, don't touch.
I do, and it still got wiped because they snuck on there.
Yeah.
It was
I
annoying.
remember I have
Let
this
'em walk over you.
Finding Nemo game for the GameCube.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah?
scandalous.
And I remember that game taking 10 minutes loading. in
Oh,
between.
the
And
load times used to be
long loading
brutal.
Screens.
But it was like so long.
The best are like the games that come out like just before there's a new console. So like, but like you're still playing on the old console. So I'll think of like, I don't know, like say like Spider-Man Miles Morales, but on the PS4.
That's what I played it on, original PS4.
Yeah,
it
so
chugs, man.
takes forever.
It chugs, man. What game was it? There was one game we used to play back when we were playing that Spider-Man game, and it had the worst. I want to say it was MLB The Show. Had atrocious loading times. Like, it was so bad we'd get up and go, but nothing could beat the Minecraft ones.
Yeah.
Because Minecraft on the PlayStation 3 Legacy Console Edition, not only, that was the nerdiest thing I've ever said, so like flowing out of my mouth so easily.
Say it again.
Minecraft Legacy Console Edition. PS3.
I was kidding.
Easy. Anyways, that game, not only would it load when you loaded up a world, but every 30 minutes it would autosave.
I remember that.
Yeah, so you're in the middle of playing.
And then it would stop.
It was random.
That was a setting that you could change.
You could change it, but you didn't want to.
But yeah, I remember losing like a huge thing I was working on, and so I had it set to autosave.
Yeah, you keep that crap on.
I remember, you're playing with the homies. It's got like split screen 4 times, and all of a sudden, starts loading out of every 15 minutes, right?
It was 15 minutes to half an hour, and I think we set ours to a half an hour.
I don't think I knew I could
Maybe there's
change
an
it, so
hour.
I think it was 15.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Urgh."
Yeah, but like it was
Zombie
still.
noise.
Although I kind of liked it though, because back in the olden days, right? You're hanging with the buddies, split screen, 4-person on a screen, and you're really into the Minecraft. It's kind of nice to have that like 30-second like, oh hey everybody. Like, I don't know, the breaks I think kept it more going. You know what I mean? Rather than just game.
What are your some I guess most memorable games through each I guess system you've had? Because I think like the first one I remember gaming on a lot was the Wii. So of course it's Wii Sports probably.
Right. I never really played that much.
Bro, we played it religiously. And then at least on the PS2, there's like the most random games we liked. Specifically like just a lot of the Guitar Hero games when those were a thing back in the good old days. But I remember there's this game that I loved to play. It was called Smuggler's Run. And I don't know why, if there was even a story behind it, but like little me would just play it for like, because you could be a sandrail and drive up this really cool looking hill. Yeah. And I just do that over and over and over.
That's awesome.
And
there's this game called Line Rider for the Wii, where you essentially there's this guy on a sled.
This. Yeah, that's what it was for the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
I never figured out what that game was on.
And you have to draw the path till you get to the end.
Yeah.
You start somewhere. You have to get to
that
the
makes
end.
sense. I thought it was for the phone, and I never found it.
Nope, it's for the Wii.
It's for the Wii. I
Line
still
Rider.
see those. Wow.
It's a fun game.
It is a fun game.
I remember,
it's fun to watch.
like, at least on the Wii, there's a couple of course, Mario Kart Wii.
Right.
You can't forget that. I remember New Super Mario Bros., but at least on the DS, I played that a lot.
You know, there was one Mario game we had for the DSi. We had a DSi XL.
Ooh,
Wow.
And it was like a Mario game, but you started as Yoshi. And I don't remember what it was.
Is
but
it
I was like,
Yoshi's Island?
it doesn't make any sense. I don't think it was.
I think Yoshi Island, you still start as Mario.
I don't know. It seemed like a regular Mario game, and there was Yoshi. I'm like, I don't get this.
No,
and we never got past the
but
first stage.
Another one I played a lot, Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Nope.
I never played
I was
it.
not really a
What?
Nintendo boy.
I was not
What?
a Nintendo guy.
I was
either.
a Nintendo gamer.
I was a Wii gamer.
Yeah, I was a Wii gamer.
Right.
I had all those games for the Wii, and now I'm like anti-Nintendo at this point.
See, I'm
Which is
now
ironic
because
like
I
mean,
we had
obviously
all
not.
those, but we never had Smash Bros. I always
That's
had friends
funny.
who had
I had-
Smash Bros. But
Is
my
the
family never
GameCube
did.
Nintendo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they had Smash Bros. Melee, which was a GOAT game. Then they had that
Yeah.
Melee. How do you say it?
Melee.
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 Got a medium.
Melee. Anyway, then they had
Melee,
Brawl.
mate.
And Brawl was... It was good.
Yeah.
It did have the best
Brawl was the
campaign.
one I played the most with friends.
Then the
Yeah.
Wii U came out. That one was trash.
Everything regarding the Wii U is trash.
And now it's back to good again. And I'm interested in what they're going to do with the next console. Because they have... This one's the Wii U
The Switch.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Smash-
and now
Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah. Smash
best.
Bros.
It's
Ultimate.
great.
How do you get better than that though?
How do you get more ultimate than ultimate?
When you include Steve from Minecraft and Smash
That
Bros,
is my
you
favorite
know
thing. Yeah.
that even they've got Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which was like made me geek out, and I don't even have a Switch.
I've never even played Kingdom Hearts.
That was another. So, like, going back to the PS2, I don't know. We had the most random assortment of games, but me and my brother would play Kingdom Hearts 2 all the time, and we freaking loved it.
Yeah. Okay. I love this conversation. Okay. Oh man, it was like this is like 2012, 2009 to 2012, right? We got those old games on the PlayStation 3, right?
Yeah.
Now, the biggest one back before I moved, we would go over to my buddy's house, and he had a GameCube. And I think he had it before we had our PlayStation. So, like, my earliest, like, gaming was with his GameCube, and we played Super Mario Strikers for hours. Have you guys ever played that game?
Is it the bowling game?
It's soccer.
Oh,
and it
I
is
have heard of it.
brutal. Like, there's all
I
the
remember
fences are
Sonic
electric
and Mario
fences.
at the
I think I actually
Olympic
did
Games.
play that.
And so
one
you can
time.
like kick them into the fences.
That's a
You can
good
like punch
game.
them down. There's like items, so you can like throw shells and bananas at them. Like it is the most brutal game of soccer you'll ever see. And it is fantastic.
It's like Rocket League when they have those like spikes and tornadoes.
Yeah, exactly. It really was Rocket League before Rocket League because it was like an arcadey soccer game, unlike FIFA. You know.
Maybe Mario should just come out with the Mario Kart soccer.
Yeah. Now, if we got lucky, we didn't really go over to his house that often. It was mostly my house. But if we got lucky, we played Monkey Ball.
I love Monkey Ball.
Oh, we loved
Holy
Monkey Ball.
crap.
It was great.
New memory unlocked.
Uh,
Holy moly, dude. That brought back so many memories.
yeah, Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball, fantastic. I think that's all we played on there. The biggest ones. Then we got a PlayStation, right? There were 2 Rock Band games I can remember having. I have a lot of Rock Band games, but the one we played the most was Lego Rock Band,
I remember playing that on the
which
DS
is a very
lot.
good game.
That sounds like awful.
It-
The
oh, it was-
soundtrack-
On the DS?
The soundtrack is
Oh,
amazing.
it was so much fun.
The soundtrack is
Great
great.
soundtrack.
We also had Beatles, which is good. That's what got me into Beatles. But it was harder. The Beatles one was significantly harder, so we played Lego.
I remember also on the PS2, I played Crazy Taxi a lot. I liked that
yeah.
game.
We never had a PS2.
Yeah, we had that. So we went like PS2 to Wii, and then like we had Nintendo DS simultaneously between like
Yeah.
Wii and then like Xbox 360, and then Xbox One, and now Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
But 360. I remember playing a lot of Destiny. Like I loved Destiny.
Yeah.
I hated that game.
I never played Destiny.
Probably because you sucked at
I wanted to
it.
play
No, I hate
Destiny.
futuristic games.
Oh,
Futuristic
that's lame.
games in general?
Futuristic shooters.
Oh, okay.
I hated-
I
I
loved that. Prime
hated
Destiny was a lot of
Advanced
fun.
Warfare. I hated Infinite Warfare.
Now,
Well,
does this
that's because
count?
those are all Call of Duty games, so of course they suck.
Does this
But they're
count?
futuristic.
Yeah, because they suck because they're Call of Duty.
Does
I
this
love
count?
Black Ops. Except
So
for
we
Black Ops
played-
3 and 4 sucked.
We played those old games. Complete Saga in there too. We played those old games at my old house, and then we moved, right?
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, that
Dude,
one was
Dude, adding the
That
split
one-
screen on
that
on
was
Lego
so
was
good.
the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
for-
great. That
I-
first
I
one to do
think-
that was Harry Potter, I think.
I think so.
It was great.
I think because we spent a lot of time playing that, but then my brother and our minds were blown. It was Lego Batman 2 because it was the first one where they talked.
Yeah,
And
I didn't like that.
Oh, I loved it.
I
thought
like
it
the
was
mumble.
best. I don't like the mumble.
I like the mobile.
But
although I
we
like
played
it
that
in
so
Skywalker
much.
Saga, I like speaking better.
Yeah,
But
we played that so much, and then because like we love superheroes, of course, but we were still Marvel bros, so we were like hoping and praying we'd get a Marvel game,
Yeah.
and then sure enough, the next year we got Lego Marvel superheroes, and that's the first Lego.
That
game
is a good game.
that was the first Lego game I ever 100%ed.
really,
We played that so
I don't
much.
think I've ever 100% beat a Lego game.
I've done a couple since, but
I was trying to on my phone. I think it's. I don't know.
But the reason we did
Forgot
is
about
because, like, for some of the characters, we at least wanted all the characters. And for some of them, you had to do a lot of challenges. Like, to get Deadpool in that game, you had to do, like, 50 Deadpool challenges.
yeah.
And then to get Stan Lee, you had to find, like, all these Stan Lees in peril. And he was the most OP player
yeah,
or character in the entire game.
That's funny.
That one you can be like Howard the Duck and stuff. right?
Yeah, that was amazing. I never
Wow.
did play Lego Marvel 2, but,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think
let's
I had
see.
that game for the Xbox.
A lot of Lego
360.
games on the PlayStation. Then we moved, and my buddy Carter had a PlayStation 2, and the only game we played on there was Battlefront.
Yep, I did that too.
Both of the Battlefronts.
The Xbox original is what I played it on at my buddy's house.
And
The
those
OG
games are
Battlefronts?
great. Yes.
I've never played those.
They're so great. Did I tell you what I did?
They are.
Did I tell you
better
why I have a
than-
PlayStation 2? Because now I have a PlayStation 2.
So you can play Battlefront?
No. This is why I have a PlayStation 2. Back in the old days, one of my favorite games to play on PlayStation 3, and this is the next one I was going to talk about, Madagascar 2 Escape to Africa.
Wait, I saw your siblings playing this recently.
Not the main story. Garbage. That's bad.
The golf.
The mini game golf
My
is
gosh.
amazing. It is so fun. We have to play it. We should do it tomorrow. I mean,
Listen.
Saturday.
I will. No, I don't want to play because Josh knows every
I will
single.
destroy you guys.
Every
Yeah,
single
I didn't even
trick.
know this game
Then,
existed.
and then let's get this. Then he makes you go first, so you don't know that you can't see him do the trick
No.
first.
I'll go first.
And then you're just sitting there like,
I'll go
wow,
first.
I didn't know I could
wild.
skip the entire map
Yeah,
and get a hole in one.
I think it's
Yeah.
wild, just like, because like I think of all these eras of gaming, just mostly pretty much the console it was on
Yeah.
that I've gone through in my lifetime. Minecraft has like transcended all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I just realized that like I've played Minecraft for over a decade now, and that's the only game I can say I've done that with.
Yeah, I agree. Well, okay. No, there's like Complete Saga, which I'll still fire up occasionally.
I won't. I don't
But
care.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, not okay. So I this is the reason. So, anyways, I love that game, Madagascar 2, the mini golf section specifically. Now, I found out that there were other Madagascar games. The first one also had a mini golf in it.
Did you know there's Madagascar movies?
Well, yeah, I know. But this one also has a mini golf, right? So I was like, I have to know. So I bought the first one, which is only on PlayStation 2, and then I bought a PlayStation 2 to play Madagascar, the video game. And you know what? It sucked. It was terrible. The first golf, awful. Nowhere near the second one. Anyways, then there was a third one on PlayStation 3.
Niche thing you've ever gone on a rant about.
Well, okay, now I have a problem, right? Because if I end up buying a PS5, I have a PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and 5.
But you don't have a 1.
I should get a 1! And the only thing that started this collection was collecting the Madagascar games.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, I have all 3, and the third one doesn't even have a mini golf, so that's pretty lame.
He doesn't even play it. He found that out and never touched it.
That's true. That's 100% true. I have it to have it. I used to be way worse
What
with money.
the heck is that?
I used to be so bad with money. Anyways.
The,
So I had to
all those
justify a
move
PlayStation 2
tie-in
somehow,
games.
right? Because I was like, I
Yeah.
cannot buy a PlayStation 2
Guitar Hero.
just for this.
Guitar
I already have that on
Hero.
the PlayStation
I played
3.
Guitar Hero on the Wii.
I already have it on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So I bought Battlefront, and I think I just bought the second one. I might have the first one around, but I was like, okay, I can buy it just for Battlefront. And
I know my
Madagascar.
brother and I spent a lot of time
Was Battlefront
playing.
on the original PlayStation 2 or was it Battlefront 2?
The original on what? Oh, I just went out.
I know, I unplugged you by accident.
The original is what?
Is the original Battlefront on PlayStation 2 or is it the?
There is no Battlefront on PlayStation 3.
No, I mean PlayStation 2 or is it Battlefront 2?
Why don't we have an
on the
Xbox
PlayStation 2?
720?
There's both.
So it didn't come out. Oh, you're right. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I didn't
first
know. If,
Battlefront
I didn't know
came
if
out
it was on the
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 1.
No. There's no. They're both for the PlayStation 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if the next Xbox is just called like the X Cube?
That'd be funny.
They could do anything, man. But did you know PlayStation actually owns the right to PlayStation 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10? They bought them all. What's funny is people bought that name
Uh-huh.
and then sold it to them for lots.
Yeah, that's the strategy. That's why Apple stopped doing the iPhone thing and the iWatch thing, is because all their patents or all their trademarks kept getting scooped.
Oh,
It's like, well, we'll just do it Apple now.
interesting.
But yeah, love me some Battlefront. In with Battlefront, same guys introduced me to Ratchet and Clank.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I
Off-brand Rocket and Groot.
No.
also never beat. But we played the multiplayer for hours.
It's a good game.
It's so fun to just
It's a good
skirmish on a battlefield. It's so good.
I remember similar era. This is now upgraded to the Xbox 360 era. you guys know when Toys to Life was the thing.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
When was?
Toys to Life.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Like
Skylanders.
Skylanders.
That's
So
dumb.
I was
my
at
brother,
Skyrim.
my brother and I were full in this crap, man. We had so many Skylanders.
Oh, you were that kid.
Yeah. We had so many Skylanders.
Okay.
And then Disney Infinity came out, so we effectively
Yeah.
stopped getting Skylanders and just like
Pretty
converted.
decent game.
I love Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
We have every single character from the first 2 Disney Infinities. We
That's
didn't get them
amazing.
all from the third one, and then Disney Infinity kind of died out after that.
Yeah.
But then, ironically, as the third Disney Infinity came out, we discovered, like, we didn't get it right away because we thought it was dumb and another gimmick, but it ended up being the best one is Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, that one is good.
It's
That's the
far
only
and
one
away
I've
the
been like,
best
that's
one.
the best one. Yeah.
Mainly
And-
because, like, the figures are still actual Lego figures, so they have use outside of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And now, like, thinking back, I'm like, man, we were really dumb kids. Skylanders Disney Infinity was, like, the biggest freaking scam.
yeah, a little bit, right?
And then I
I've
remember...
never played any of these games.
I never played Skylander.
I just remember at least there was at one point where we... GameStop started accepting Skylanders for, like, trade-ins.
Oh yeah.
And Disney Infinity. So me and my brother like trot over to GameStop with like so many of them,
Yeah.
and they were giving us like 30 cents per thing.
Wow.
Like they rang them all up, and my dad still laughs about it to this day. He's like, we made her ring up like 40 or 50 of these freaking Skylanders, and then she gave us the total, and they're like, nah, we're just gonna keep them.
That's
Because
amazing.
you're getting like $10.
Well, no,
Amazing.
we got like
Like, you think
45. We had
Skylander's
like
a scam.
We had like
They're
3
trade
bins
backs,
of
yeah.
Skylanders, and they were gonna give us like $45 for all of them.
Yeah, you could sell them for more than that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
People
'cause
have started collecting them now recently.
Game
Stretch with the boys.
Game. What is it called? GameStop
GameStop.
scams you with
Scam.
games.
They kind of have to.
I will
though.
say every once in a while I do find a gem at GameStop, but
I love to just go and buy some random
we-
old game for $5 and play that. You know what I mean? I beat Army of
we
Two.
got
that way.
lucky. Me and my brother one time we were there with my dad, and we found NCAA Football 14 for the Xbox 360. We bought it.
I want that game so bad. They're coming out with it.
I know,
again.
and I can't wait for it to come back. But
Except I don't have anything to
and
play it on.
this is still when the Xbox One is out. So me and my brother have to go like hunt through, find our old 360 to play it.
Yeah.
Because even though all Xbox games are backwards compatible, because it's a rights issue, that's one of the very few games, like less than 10 games that are not backwards compatible.
Wow.
And it pisses me off.
Yeah, I wish PlayStation was more backwards compatible. And that's
Yeah.
why
I will
That's
say
why if I get
play a lot
PlayStation
of games
5,
that I had on
I
my
need
old
to get one with a
Xbox.
drive because I have all
Yeah.
these PlayStation 4 games and I'm not gonna save $100 so I can't play all the disc games. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
So no, but yeah, no, we played NCAA 14 quite a bit, and I think even though like it is a crappy game, but it's still just fun.
No, it's
if
not.
you're a
It is
football game,
OG.
I'm talking
NCAA
about Madden.
Oh.
Just Madden over the years. That's been a constant. Like me
Yeah.
and my brother have always had the new Madden and the new 2K, just because we're sports dudes, so
Yeah,
we
that's
like the
fair.
sports games.
we never played Madden, but we played NCAA 09
Oh man.
for hours.
Oh man.
Hours. That's how I got good at those football games. Hours. And then
Hours.
basketball. Same with the basketball games. I don't know which one we played. We played a lot of those. We were really. I always felt like I was a niche gamer. Where it's like I didn't play Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I didn't play all the like main gamery games,
Yeah.
but I played my fair share of Lego games.
Yeah, almost every
Yeah.
single Lego game we got. There's only a handful that we didn't get. I'm trying to think of the ones we didn't get. I remember it was like after like Lego Incredibles was like the last one that we got like in a big series, and then we only got like certain ones after that.
Yeah.
And
I forgot they made Lego Incredibles.
yeah, also unrelated, TT Games, unfortunately, they were working on a Lego, it was going to be called Lego Disney game.
Yeah.
It was just going to be a bunch of Disney movies, but unfortunately, it just got canned. Like, they
Oh, that's
canceled it
dumb.
altogether. And because They're remaking Lego Harry Potter in the Skywalker Saga style.
Oh.
So full hardcore Lego Harry Potter game.
I like that. I like that.
And I'm like, I'm
Can
not
you
even
imagine Hogwarts
huge,
Legacy plus?
Yeah, Lego
Lego Harry
Hogwarts
Potter.
Lego Legacy.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be sick.
And I'm not even a huge Harry Potter fan, and I will absolutely buy that. So, yeah, I definitely, as far as new games coming out, I still haven't gotten Hogwarts Legacy. I do need to. I know Jedi Fallen Survivor is next month.
Oh, man.
That'll be fun.
The benefit to having a PC is
unfortunately,
you don't have to worry about next-gen consoles.
Yeah, but you have to worry about games being not able to run on your computer.
Yeah, that is true. I have a PC.
You just have a beast. Yeah.
I just have a beast.
I have a PC with 3 games on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Mine has probably about 25 games on it.
And you play none of them.
You know what our first...
I play horror games.
I might cut this out.
That's it.
You know what our first YouTube video should be?
What?
Playing that Spider-Man and Aang game and those retro stick games.
No.
We're going to do that.
Oh, no.
That'll be our first YouTube video. Anyways. You know what time it is.
It is hot tub time.
Hot tub time. Listen to talk shit. Getting letters and letters. Let me find some letters.
Mr. Bendover, we are very sad to see
gosh.
that you did not comment again.
Never
So,
again.
I really wish you would, and get your cousin Mike to comment as well. You haven't met Mike? Oxmall?
No.
Michael Oxmall?
Oh, no. All right, hang on. Let me pull up podcasts. Oh my gosh. Okay, mini rant time here. Anchor. We use Anchor to get our podcast out, and to post to all the platforms. You can find us on Apple Podcasts.
Hey,
and
Boats
Spotify.
use that too.
Yeah,
Who does?
Boats.
use Anchors.
Oh my gosh, that's the dumbest man I ever met.
Okay, we use Anchor, right? They were bought by Spotify a long time ago.
Uh-oh.
And now they've changed their name to Podcasters from Spotify or whatever. So every time I search on my freaking phone, I'm like, Anchor. And it comes up with Podcasters. It doesn't come up. I have to change the name. Anyways, let me find the interactions.
Let's just make our own app called Hot Tubbers.
Okay, first up, what should our first movie, or what should our second movie be for
the poll.
The poll.
Forgot about that.
First of all, do you guys see it? What is your guess that won?
What are the options again?
Probably Surf's Up.
The options were Surf's Up, Days
No.
of Thunder, Pitch Perfect, Just
I
Friends,
bet you Pitch
Click,
Perfect one.
Goonies, World's Greatest Indian. So your guess is Pitch Perfect?
Mm-hmm.
What's your guess?
Probably Surf's Up.
Surf's Up. Garrett wins. Pitch Perfect tied for first with Days of Thunder.
So I say we just choose one of the two
Yeah.
to do first. We'll do both of them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll figure that out.
Yeah. So anyways,
TBD. How
Come up
many
for one of
votes
those.
did each of them get? I'm curious.
2 each.
2 each. Okay.
That's pretty
cool.
good. I
Sick. Sick.
that's actually really good. And for our Q&A, I asked, what did you think about having Smith on the podcast?
Okay.
It's fantastic. The only person to comment was Smith. And he said he smelled funny. So that was pretty great.
Oh my goodness.
We checked studio. Anyways, yeah. So I don't have any comments on that. I plead the fifth.
What other comments did we get? Though?
We got literally.
I don't
nothing.
believe that man ever existed.
No.
So I'm deciding if I want to wait like a minute. To
We
see if
are
one comes
not
in.
consulting
Or-
Chat GPT.
Chat
Ever-
GPT actually updated and it kind of
Shut up,
sucks.
shut
Now
up,
it's
shut up.
GPT-4.
It sucks. I don't like
Not
it.
Why
ever
does it
doing
suck?
It only
AI
it only
again.
lets you ask a certain amount of questions
Like, what do you mean?
per reload. It
Oh,
only lets you
right.
ask 4.
Right, it's super
They also
limited.
added it where it can draw you pictures.
Oh, weird.
It's a different thing, but it's in the same thing. And it
Gonna
sucks.
abuse this.
No, you can't. It does not draw good pictures. It draws nothing like what you write.
Oh, the Oscars. Also,
Oh, frick. I was going to talk about the Oscars.
the Oscars. Always they sucked as normal,
I
which
don't
is
know.
the status quo.
I don't know.
But The Whale is disgusting.
No, I think
that
he
movie's
did.
so.
He did such
Yeah,
good
he did a
acting
great
I've
job.
never seen it.
I don't want to watch. I've seen some clips of it on TikTok, and now I'm too scared to watch it. I'm like, okay, I believe you. You deserved it. You can have Best Actor. I'm not watching this movie.
I don't know. I think we should watch it.
No, absolutely not.
All right. I don't know anything about it, but Everything Everywhere All at Once won Everything Everywhere All
It
at
didn't
Once.
deserve to, though.
I think it did.
It deserved Best Picture and like
It
Best
totally
Actor
deserved
and
everything.
Actress, but I think Jamie Lee Curtis should not have beat out Angela Bassett.
For what?
Angela Bassett for supporting actress in
Oh.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I don't know.
Over Jamie Lee Curtis, because I feel like, and unfortunately, the Oscars are extremely political, not in the sense of like presidency, what those kind of politics in playing favorites and judging based off of
Like office politics.
Yeah, office politics.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, most Oscar nominees and winners, the studios and the actors and the producers have to go campaign to the Academy for like the entire year to get and invited to parties and events hosted by the Academy. And then as soon as they've hit that like checklist of basically sucking up and kissing up to them, then they can get the nomination. And unfortunately, as much as I love Jamie Lee Curtis, like she's a great actress, and she absolutely deserves an Oscar. This was more of a Lifetime Achievement Award for her, because she definitely deserved one, but she just had never won, and she's been in Hollywood forever. And it's kind of a similar scenario to Leonardo DiCaprio, where he won for The Revenant. Like, did he deserve to win? Absolutely. For The Revenant, probably not. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles. And then on top of that, the Oscars, I will say, out of the nominees this year, I feel like, then of course I love bashing the Oscars and idiots in Hollywood all the time, but I think the Oscars have gotten the Best Picture winner wrong almost every year since like Return of the King won in like 2003.
Yeah.
I will say, though, they have a pretty solid track record of getting some good nominees in there. And because I'm completely biased and I love this country, Top Gun Maverick should have won Best Picture. Out of all the ones that were nominated, Top Gun.
I think it should have won more than it did, but
yes.
But
then on top of that, my other personal biases aside, how was The Batman not nominated for cinematography?
Yeah.
At least that category.
At least nominated.
A few other categories probably as well. It got totally snubbed.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I really like Everything Everywhere, and I think it deserved every win it got. And I also like that it's something weird. It's not some weird artsy.
That is kind of refreshing.
Oscar thing. You know what I mean?
Oscars are extremely biased towards just dramas, and especially if they're like character in distress type dramas.
But this is like a wild ride through interdimensional.
Yeah. So I do
It's
appreciate
amazing.
that, and I hope it's a sign of things to come. Because at least, like I said, in the past, the Oscars have usually get a couple nominations. Like, I could pick something better out of these nominations. And it's like Ford v. Ferrari got nominated a couple years ago. That should have won.
I've not seen that, so I don't know.
It's really
what?
Good. It's really good.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't? Why didn't we put that in the poll? That's honestly better than Days of Thunder.
Yeah. So I do like the Oscars.
But the other thing, Mad Max Fury Road, the fact it got nominated is a miracle, and it absolutely should have won because that movie's a masterpiece.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question from ChatGPT-4.
Oh, no.
Hot Tub Talks is a refreshing and highly entertaining podcast hosted by Chip, Garrett, and Wade. Each episode is like a cozy night spent in the hot tub with your closest friends, discussing everything from pop culture to deep life questions. The chemistry between the hosts is evident in the first few minutes of the show, and it's easy to show why they've gained such a loyal following. Aw, they're cuddling. Wade and Garrett. One of the hosts that stands out to me is Chip.
Oh my gosh.
No, listen. His humor and infectious energy bring an extra layer of excitement to the podcast. His ability to keep the conversation flowing and keep other hosts engaged is truly impressive. Chip's witty remarks and quick thinking always leave me laughing out loud and eager to hear more. What I appreciate most about Chip is his genuine passion for the topics he discusses on the show, whether it's controversial current events or thought-provoking philosophical questions.
Did we ever talk about
Chip
those?
also brings his A game. He's not afraid to speak his mind and engage in spirited debates.
What prompt did you give
But
it?
he always does a respectful and open-minded attitude. You won't believe me if I tell you.
My God.
Overall, Hot Tub Talks is a must-listen for anyone looking for an entertaining and thought-provoking podcast. The chemistry between Chip, Garrett, and Wade is electric, and Chip's energy and humor are the standout aspect of the show. Give it a listen, and you won't be disappointed. How did the a question? I said to write a question for him about the Oscars. How did the pandemic affect the way that the Oscars were produced and received this year?
That was
what? Yeah, because it's trained on old data. And what do the changes made in response to the pandemic signal for a future awards ceremony? Okay, I'll tell you.
Speaking specifically from that COVID year of the Oscars, because no movies came out, a lot of really crappy movies got nominated.
That's true.
That's your
true.
answer.
That's true.
A lot of really bad movies got nominated.
This is what I asked. I said, write a passionate review about a podcast. The podcast is called Hot Tub Talks, and it is hosted by Chip, Garrett, and Wade. Choose one of the hosts to highlight.
Oh,
and it just chose me.
That's because he named his name was first.
Yeah.
Probably true.
So it writes good things about Josh, and it talks absolute garbage
yeah.
to me.
Yeah. No, I did leave out the first part that said, as an AI language model, I don't have the ability to express emotions, but I can write a compelling review for the podcast Hot Tub Talks. They did kind of neuter this thing.
Other thing about the Oscars, Pinocchio winning over Puss in Boots.
What?
Yeah. Best animated picture.
Wait, which Pinocchio?
The claymation one.
Okay, it's still wrong.
Animated.
It's still wrong.
Puss in Boots should have won.
That's still wrong, but I thought you meant the Disney Plus one.
No.
What?
Well, no, that wasn't animated. It was,
it was live action.
Yeah.
Duh. No, yeah. I don't know. It's wrong, but that's how the Oscars go.
Well, here's the thing.
Especially in the animation.
That's the one thing, though. The Oscars have a weird exception in the animated movie category. Like, they'll still pick, like, the non-super artsy one. To the point where it's
the
like...
one they know. They don't really
it's like Disney has dominated that category for a long, long time. Usually it's just the Disney movie of the year that wins, or Pixar. But then they still nominate a couple animes or whatever, like super thought-provoking adult animated shows. So you would think, right? But no, still. Like,
well, that's good. Puss in Boots was fantastic.
I want to say, our holy ogre lord, Shrek, won the first Oscar for Best Animated Movie.
That is great.
Mm.
That is great. I do think the pandemic did affect this times around Oscars. There are some productions, and I've seen this, I've heard this kind of been talked about in other places, but in movies, things don't look real right now. And part of the reason is because, like,
at least with
the pandemic.
But
the other reason is because this is the way industry's moving, but they're not being filmed on real sets. Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of green screens.
Too many green
screens. And
screens.
because of that, they're not interacting with the world. I was watching Mandalorian Season 2 the other day, and it was great because he walks into this pub, and there's a guy who's drinking a thing, and then he pulls down the thing and gets the slop into the bowl.
It's like even Mando.
And then Mando eats it. You know, like, they're interacting with the world around them. But, and I love this movie to death. It might be my favorite, like, best movie other than Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man No Way Home. Fantastic. But no one's in the same room. And you can kind of tell. They're just kind of composited, you know?
Yeah, it depends on the scene. And it also kind of just depends on the movie. Because it's like you got to have... Your eye's going to focus towards something that's real. Versus like Avatar Way of Water. Spotless. Like as much as we want to rag on that movie... Give it all the praise for visual effects that you can.
Yeah, that's true.
Best visual effects ever put to film.
But here's my counter argument to that.
It's because nothing is real on screen.
Right, that's the difference,
we can't pick out anything.
It's just like how in animation things, everything seems real because it's all animated. When you're mixing the two, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's the first
and
thing.
like Mandalorian, they do a great job because they have the thing they call the volume, which is like
Yeah.
a new replacement for green screens.
Yeah.
But they still build a physical set, and they just basically use that for like the landscape
And
behind.
it's great.
So
yeah.
it still works.
Yeah, but it doesn't work in some shows because they don't use it properly.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it kind of looks like trash. Obi-Wan Kenobi Shobi. Don't like it.
Oh,
I love the show, but there are more blatant uses of the thing where you're like, oh, that's just a small room. Like in that part where the girl is at the door of the gates of like the pit, and they're in that pit, and there's stormtroopers lined up.
Yeah.
And then they're about to go in. I'm like, that's just a small room. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't even look like a little pit of rocks. That's just like
that's
a small room that they're all in. But I still love that show. It's amazing.
In other movie news, in fact, this is a good discussion point. I don't know if you heard or not. James Gunn is going to direct Superman.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
I think it's a good proving opportunity because James Gunn, his whole spiel has been taking like really minor characters and just doing a ton with them. So if he takes a really major and like well-established character, which I think it'll be great because I think James Gunn is a great writer, especially for character work.
Yeah.
Which you don't get in the superhero films much.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'll defend Guardians of the Galaxy 2 till the day I die.
I love that movie. It's great.
I know a lot of people don't
Oh.
because like there's not much of a plot to it. The entire movie is just character development for the cast
Right.
going into Infinity War. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. It was great.
It was great.
You made me care about a freaking talking tree to the point when Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out, I'm going to be sobbing in the theater.
When that tree dies.
No! And that little rodent and tree meet their demise, I'm going to be sobbing.
Now, the other way that I think the pandemic affected the Oscars this year, and Harrison Ford said it best when he was announcing Best Picture, movies came back. Right? The beginning of the year.
Thank Top Gun for that.
Yeah, and he said Top Gun.
Top Gun saved
I don't know if he
movie
said it,
theaters.
but yeah, Top Gun is
The
what
other
brought
thing,
people
you
back.
also, like, love him, hate him, whatever, in between. Tom Cruise deserves so much credit because it was his insistence that Top Gun wait. I remember in 2019, the first trailer for Top Gun Maverick dropped.
And it kept getting pushed back and pushed back. He's like, no.
Yeah,
theaters.
and he's like, no. In theaters.
Yeah.
No.
And
to
it
the
was,
point where it didn't release until 2022.
and it was great for
it saved theaters.
It was great. So I think that was big. It's proving that things can come back. Can come back. Because honestly, why would it? Streaming's great.
Bro, I don't want to leave my house.
I
I don't want to
know.
go pay for a movie.
But also, I love.
But like now, like cinematic, I watched Creed 3 like 2 weeks ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Best movie of the year so far.
It's just different.
And it will probably finish the year in the top 3 in my.
Puss in Boots came out last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Creed 3 is. Then again, the year's still young, and I've only really seen like Ant-Man and Cocaine Bear.
And Ant-Man was fine.
Ant-Man was fine, but Creed 3. Whoo!
Creed.
Did you see it yet?
I haven't seen any movie since Violent Night.
And that movie was terrible.
I love
too.
that movie. So good. I'm gonna go watch Shazam.
Oh, you are?
You
Yep.
went
When?
without us?
I got free tickets to it.
Oh, what?
Tickets plural.
When are you going?
2.
Oh,
I don't know. I was gonna go tomorrow, but
that's fair.
Wait, can you choose when you use them?
yeah, it's Fandango tickets.
No, I'm gonna go see it on $5 Tuesday.
I'm busy tomorrow.
I'm not gonna watch it on $5 Tuesday because I have free tickets.
Well, yeah, if it's free,
I'll go
to the
Saturday if you go
biggest-
Saturday.
go-
I don't.
biggest
I'd rather
theater.
go in the week when nobody's gonna be there.
Everybody's going to be
That's
there
fair.
Friday.
Yeah, that's fair.
Today, tomorrow, and Saturday are all gonna be there.
So you want to, like, wait?
So, I don't know. A day, a random day. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair
that
enough.
day?
Totally forgot that movie. I keep seeing. I saw ads for it today too, and I still forgot that was this weekend. Not because I forgot about the movie. How is it already halfway through March? It's still January.
That
for
is
all
super
I care.
weird.
The Super Bowl was yesterday.
Yeah, the Super Bowl
Yeah.
was yesterday. Yeah. There's still
I'm
a
going
7
back to
o'clock
Phoenix
on.
in like 2.5 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
Wild.
Anyways, Top Gun brought back movie theaters, and that was important.
Top Gun was great.
And I hope the theater survives because it is. I think it's different. And also,
we are gonna have a great summer blockbuster movie season.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's gonna be
like
great.
what we got Guardians kind of kicking it off in May.
Yeah.
But like, there's a few other like huge ones. Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna cry.
So excited for Mission Impossible.
I think
I'm not
it is
excited.
very easy to be. You look at it. I'm gonna get sentimental here. You look at a culture, and it is people going out. They go to their local music store, right? They go.
Yeah.
They do that thing. Heck, people have to go get groceries. They go to Walmart. They go to Macy's. You know, people go out and they do things, and then people hang out and they go and they ice skate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But movie theaters is one of those things where you're in there with a bunch of random strangers, right?
No Way Home was still like one of the best experiences I ever had.
Yes, it is different.
And Endgame.
to
Yeah.
watch a thing where you don't know the guy next to you. You don't know most of the people in that theater.
What's the AMC commercial with what's her face?
Yeah.
We come here to laugh and cry because we need it.
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh
you
dang
go
it.
there
Nicole
with
Kidman,
people.
that's it.
You go with people, and there are other strangers, and you're all experiencing the same thing. It is people go to listen to stories because we've been listening to stories for years, and the thought of that experience of people coming together to listen to a story
like
and all have the same feeling. You could walk out of the theater
one
and
of
start
the
a conversation
first
with the guy
stories.
next to you.
Bro, have you ever seen Beowulf or read Beowulf?
No.
It's the weirdest freaking thing.
Right? So it's an amazing thing, right? And to picture that going away to get just maybe even just us three
Yeah.
watching it on this screen, on this couch.
Not this screen. This screen sucks.
But it would be this screen.
I know.
Right? It would be just and I'm not looking at it as in us three. I'm looking at a map and you just see all the TVs and it's like TV shows, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just not the same. And that is a shame.
Definitely.
I think people need to it's what you were saying. Go out and watch a movie. You said that the other podcast. Just go out, watch a movie. Because it's out.
Yes.
Anyways.
And then, yeah.
I like movie theaters. Which is not something I would have said 8 years ago. Anyways.
I think we need a homework assignment for Josh. Is he needs to watch all the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
I do it with you, but I really
Yeah.
don't want to.
Good update.
Stop dying.
Good update. I have 3 episodes left of Mandalorian Season 2.
And then 6 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. But we're getting there. So much progress. I love it. All right. Well. Whoop. Garrett, Wade, do the honors.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's
Thank you so
podcast.
much.
You know we'll be back next
This
week
was really
on
comment-
Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Let us know how you guys are doing in March Madness so far.
Get us your March Madness picks. I have TCU going all the way. Did I tell you guys
You
that?
idiot!
have they dropped out yet?
Unfortunately,
You
TCU
fool!
is not going all the way. Don't be upset.
They might.
Don't be upset.
Yeah. Hold on. This means we will win.
Horned frogs.
Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for Talbot for helping us with our shorts.
Woo!
And we appreciate all you that left us feedback, whether it's a poll, comments, or the lack
That'd
of,
be great.
or just that view count. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. No homo.
Bye-bye.